Hey YouTube, my name is Heather and I love anti-MLM content here on YouTube. Today I'm really excited for us to watch the next business activity tracker training video off of this individual coach's YouTube channel. If you haven't watched my other business activity tracker training videos, all it is just a list of tasks that Beachbody coaches are strongly encouraged to complete every single day. This one is on recognizing achievement. Now, if you've been on my channel for a while, you'll know that I think back in February, I had a whole long video on recognizing achievement in Beachbody. So if you want, you can go back and watch that one if you'd like more details. I'm really excited to watch this video. And as always, please let me know what you think about this down below.
What's up, guys? It's your coach, friend, and mentor, Scotty. We are working on the Success Club System Business Daily Business Activity Tracker. We are almost done, and I'm going to give a little piece of advice. This whole thing is like a checklist, a to-do list for you every single day to grow your business. Now, I want to just point out the fact that all of the videos for this training have been done this week. It's only Thursday and I'll be completed with these by tomorrow. And the reason is because I put it on my to-do list, on my daily to-do list. So a way for me to support my coaches. Now today we're going to talk.
I've said this 100 times while talking about these videos. I appreciate the time and effort and energy it took for him to think through how to teach on each of these areas and to film them and put them up on his channel. And I think he has given some thoughtful tips and advice, but it doesn't matter. People in his downline at the very bottom, they're not going to find that same level of financial success he has. They're not going to be millionaires. They're not going to be 15-star diamond because not everyone in Beachbody can be a 15-star diamond coach because we would quickly run out of people in the world. And there's literally not enough people. You would need an infinite number of people for everyone in Beachbody to have 15 diamonds on their team. It would just keep going forever and ever.
Talk about in Get People Results, we're going to talk about recognize achievement. Now, when you have a bigger team, you might see people showing a PV chart, showing personal volume of coaches on their team. You might see Success Club charts. You'll see rank advancements for Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, and so forth. And those are all ways to recognize achievement inside of your team and for your coaches and what they're doing with their business. However, to recognize achievement, I want you to think of the very smallest things. I think one of the biggest things that people need in life today is encouragement. Maybe they're not getting it at their job. Maybe they're not getting encouragement inside of their own home. So you get to be that light to people as their coach, friend, and mentor to breathe light into them, to breathe encouragement into them for the good things that they're doing. And remember,
in my opinion, recognition is a way to politely indoctrinate someone into staying into the company for as long as possible. He's talking about recognition among big teams. So this coach specifically has massive charts full of like his leaders who have the most volume, have the most Success Club points. But then he's also talking about, say you're just like a Ruby coach and you recognize one of your few personally sponsored coaches who sold the challenge pack. And while that's great that they sold the challenge pack, it doesn't mean they're going to find financial success. It means they made a tiny amount of commission and they might be a while until they make more commission. And they're not actually going to make any kind of money, any kind of profit, however minimal, until they start to build a big team. And it's just a way to distract from the fact that these poor people are going into greater debt, but they're being like conditioned and strongly encouraged to stay in the company through this recognition. Because maybe they don't have lots of recognition in their daily life. Maybe they don't get encouraged at work or at home. And then anytime they do anything at all in Beachbody, this coach or like their direct upline coach is like, amazing, I'm going to shout you out on all my channels, on all my platforms, and everyone's going to congratulate you. And then you like start to want that. You want that encouragement. You want people telling you how great you are.
Remember, it doesn't have to be the big things like a PV chart or a team volume chart or rank advancements or any of those things. It can be the smallest things. You could, like, how could you recognize someone? You could recognize somebody for making the decision to get 3 months of Beachbody on demand and start their health and fitness journey and their meal plan. You can shout out somebody for drinking their first 7 days consistently of Shakeology. You can shout out somebody for doing their very first workout. You can shout out somebody for being brave enough to take their before pictures and their measurements. There's so many ways for you to recognize achievement and recognize that achievement inside of your team of coaches and your customers.
So those are all good examples. So someone who did their first workout. So maybe you're someone who's like tried to work out consistently before and you just never could and never had like the discipline or the motivation. And so say you actually do your workout and then all these people are like, amazing, good job. And then you're going to think that like that's the only way that you can get that encouragement by paying into Beachbody as a coach or a customer. And so like you're more likely to stay because you might start to think, well, I can't find success in my fitness journey if I'm not in Beachbody because of all this encouragement and this amazing, amazing community. Maybe you've struggled with dieting and eating healthy. And so then you start to drink Shakeology consistently, and all these people are in your ear just cheering you on constantly. Oh, you did 5 days in a row Shakeology. Oh, you did 6, you did 7. And again, you're going to start to crave that positive attention and that positive reinforcement. What do you think?
I want you to think outside of the box as well. If you have a friend that is not even a customer of yours, not even a coach of yours, but they bought their first home, like go on social media and give that person some recognition for that awesome achievement. If they graduated college or completed a year of college, go shout it from the rooftops and breathe that life into them. You'll become a light when you do that.
I don't like it when people in MLMs like to compare MLM practices to what goes on in daily life. Yes, we should be encouraging our friends. If a friend buys a house, yes, you should say good job, but let's remember motive. It's so important to remember motive. He's not telling his coaches to recognize people just because like, oh, be a good person and encourage people. No, the motive is you want people to become dependent on the community. You want people to crave the positive reinforcement, to think that there's no way they can be successful financially or in their health and fitness journey without the supports that Beachbody provides. And they're not going to be able to find it anywhere else. They're not going to be able to find the results from Shakeology or Energize anywhere else. So that's the difference. The difference here is financial gain. You want people to either keep purchasing your Shakeology products or keep renewing their bod subscription, or ideally you want people to become a coach. So it's not, the motive is not just to be a nice person, it's financial, unfortunately. And that's the issue I have with Beachbody. If it wasn't with like, if the ultimate goal was not to bring people in as a coach into a fraudulent business structure that's actually set up for them to fail, I wouldn't have an issue. If it was just sales, I wouldn't have an issue, but it's the recruitment aspect that is the predatory part.
When you're just giving to people and fueling people and giving that light to people. So that's what you can do. Now, there's many places to do that. You can do it inside of your bod group, inside of your challenge group, in front of their peers inside of that group. You can do it inside of your team page. If you have a coach of yours that just sold their first challenge pack, you can recognize that inside of the team page, or you can do it on social media for the whole world to see, so people can see that you guys are doing things, you guys are making an impact, you're going out there.
So if this coach puts that up on his Instagram, oh, Bobby just got to Emerald, and he has like 30,000 people, potentially 30,000 people could be seeing that recognition for Bobby. And I literally just spent 5 minutes talking about this, but that's going to keep Bobby in longer. If he doesn't have encouragement and positive reinforcement in his life, he's going to start to crave that attention. Do you know what I mean?
You can do that. One of the things that I love to do is as your team begins to grow. So remember, there's all those small things you can do. So you don't have to be a diamond coach or have 20 people on your team or 50 people on your team. You can start with just the smallest of things. Just look for opportunities to recognize the achievement of other people. I believe this is one of the most important things. A couple of things that I do every week. I do a personal volume chart. I recognize people that have PV on our team. I recognize Success Club points. I do that publicly on a big image, but also when one of my coaches texts me, it's like, hey, I sold a challenge pack, or I signed a coach. If they tell me that and I see that, then I love to go into the team page and say, hey, Cynthia just signed a new coach. Like, let's give her a shout out.
Yeah, you want to encourage and reinforce the behavior that you want duplicated. So if someone, if someone filled a challenge pack, oh, look, this person just signed up yesterday and already sold a challenge pack. Oh, look, this person got to Emerald in a day. This person got to Diamond in a month, because you want other people to crave that specific kind of attention and shout out too. So it's just a way to distract people from the fact that they're not making any money, because if you sell a challenge pack, you get, I don't know how much commission. I think it's like $40. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It's not much. It's 25% commission. And like, you sign up a coach, You're not cycling, you're not making money unless you build your volume on both legs. Because we talked about this before. If you happen to be on the strong leg of your coach, everyone they recruit is going to go underneath you. So that like your coach's recruiting is going to take care of that leg. But then if you don't build the volume on your other leg to get to at least 100 personal volume points, you're not going to cycle and you're not going to make any money. So signing up just one coach, you're not going to make any money. You're not going to cycle, unfortunately. And just a way to distract you from it, keep you in longer so you can continue to benefit him at the top of the pyramid.
Matthew just decided and committed and bought his summit ticket to be there with us this summer. Let's give him some recognition for making that decision. So there's so many ways that you can do that. One of the things that I love to do when I have my PV charts, being a coach for 11 years, it's grown. So I love to send a voice message to each of those people and be like, hey, Jennifer, I just want to say thank you for being here with us for X amount of years. You've been so consistent. I'm so grateful that you're a part of this team. And just breathe that light and that encouragement into people. That's what recognized achievement means. Make sure that you do that every single day. Do it inside of your challenge group. Do it inside of your team page. Do it on your social media. Do it one-on-one. Do it to people in your life that are all around you, and you will become that light to other people, and you will attract people because of that energy that you're giving to the world. Hope you guys.
So that's all I wanted to talk about today. I know it's a bit repetitive from the video I did back in February, all about recognition, but I really wanted to cover the entire tracker and I didn't want to skip this just because I did a video on it previously. So if you want more detail on that, I think I named that video How to Rock Recognition in Your Beachbody Business, and it goes into a lot of detail. It might have been a bit repetitive, but sorry about that. What do you think about recognition as a way to keep people in for as long as possible so he can continue to benefit financially off of you as a member of his downline, and as a way to distract from the fact that, yeah, I signed up a coach, but I'm still not cycling and I made $50 last month and I put in like 10 hours of work each week to make $50. It's just a way to distract from the structure and how hard it is to actually get moving in your Beachbody business and to find some level of financial success. And all I mean by that is you make a semi-decent living wage. That's all I mean. I don't mean a millionaire. I just mean you can kind of provide for yourself off of the money you make with Beachbody. That's all I want to talk about today. Let me know what you think below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.